Fiqh Muamalat DPD 20032 Beneficiaries of Zakat.
My name is Amni Sofia Akila binti Muhammad Rafi'i and my matric card is 70 the IB 19 of 2029.
My name is Muhammad Nabil bin Harun. Number matric is 17 the IB 19F2043.
My name is Nur Amirah Zulaika binti Johar. My number matric is 17 DIB 19 2015.
My name is Nurul Nada binti Muhammad Rostam. Matric 17 DIB 192019.
This group consists of 4 members.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. I'm back to Encik Fakro and of course my fellow friends. So today my team will like to share a little bit about our topic, which is beneficiaries of Zakat. Payment of Zakat is one of the 5 pillars in Islamic principle. Zakat is an important mechanism for the development of the country as it contributes to social security and harmony to help bridge the gap between the rich and the poor, as well as to strengthen the economic independence of the Muslim community. Generally speaking, the distribution of zakat funds could help the government to generate economic activity through an increase in individual purchasing power and finally help to alleviate poverty. The word of zakat literally means purification and growth. Zakat purifies the soul of the giver from selfishness and greed. It is also cleans his wealth from a portion specified for the unfortunate. Though payment of zakat apparently decreases money, but in broader sense, it causes circulation of wealth, which results in its multiplication and thus involve more and more people in its benefits. There are 8 people who are eligible to receive zakat funds, which is the poor, the needy, zakat administrator, those whose hearts are in line toward Islam, slaves, debtor, the person who in the way of Allah, which is fi sabilillah, and welfare, or in the other name, Ibnu Sabil. The aim of the privatization of the Zakat organization in Malaysia is to boost the capacity and effectiveness of the management and utilization of Zakat within the context of the Islamic religion councils of the state. The privatization of the Zakat institution is essentially to increase the use of state-introduced administrator by using a particular electronic software framework to assign the asnaf to the database and to decrease the bureaucratic system that could bog down the discussion of zakat delivery.
Explanation of topic. Benefits of zakat. First, get closer to Allah. Pay zakat, remove sin, hurt purified, minimize social poverty.
And I will continue the presentation, which is about 8 classes who are eligible to receive zakat. Number 1, the poor. A needy person is one who has not had enough to fulfill the food, drink, clothing, and house necessities of his and his dependents. Number 2, the penniless. A poor person is someone who owns half or maybe more than quarter of what he wants to survive. Number 3, authoritative. This applies to those appointed to receive zakat by the Muslim king, and if he may be wealthy, the ruler gives him what he wants on his trip before he returns. This is because a guy like this dedicates his time to this job. Number 4, that to be worn on whose souls were. These are individuals who may be disbelievers and are offer benefits from zakat to earn their gratitude towards Islam. Number 5. The emancipation of slavery pupil. This extends to Muslim servants that can be purchased to grant them their liberation. That's all for me. I will pass to my friend to continue the presentation.
Okay, I will continue the Nabil explanation about 8 classes of beneficiaries of zakat. Number 6 is borrowers. This refers to a person who, for a valid cause, has accrued a debt, be it for private uses or for supporting others. Okay, for the number 7, to promote the sake of Allah. This refers to warriors for the name of Allah who volunteer to join the Muslim army and thus have no pay. Even if they are not be in need, they are offered cash from zakat. Okay, for the last of 8 classes beneficiaries of zakat is the traveller in need. This applies to a traveller who cannot proceed to his area of employment on his trip. He may not even be willing borrow what he wants, so he is offered what he wants for his return journey from zakat. Okay, next is 6 classes of those whom zakat is not charged. For the first is the wealthy and the people who can earn a profit. Okay, due to the Prophet statements, there is no share of it, zakah, for the rich and those who are strong and able to earn a living. Source Abu Dawud. Okay, for the number 2, someone who is economically dependent on the user. It is not acceptable to give zakat to those that are Muslim and are obligated to pay, for example, the father, the mother, the grandchildren, the grandparents, the grandmother, the children, and the children. If it's because giving zakat to them will make them unnecessary, of its compulsory expense, there will be releasing him from their burden, and as an effect, granting him the advantage of zakat just as if he had charged it himself. Okay, number 3 is non-believers whose souls have not been inclined. Is it not necessary to send zakat to the unbelievers as long as the purpose is not to feel till their hearts to Islam? Okay, for the next explanation, I will give to Nadia. Okay.
Thank you, Naamira Zulaika, for your explanation. I will continue about thus who zakah is not charged. Next is the household of the Prophet. Zakah is not permissible for the household as a mark of honor and respect to them. Furthermore, the free slave of the household of the Prophet. They are the slave freed by the household of the Prophet due to this in hadith. In these arms are not permissible for us, and verily, the freed slave of people are part of them. Last is an unfreed slave. Okay, zakat is not paid to a slave because the property of a slave belongs to his master. When zakah is paid to him, it is transferred to the ownership of his master.
Okay, for conclusion, in summary, spending the zakat is compulsory for all Muslim, not just in Malaysia, but also across the world. As mentioned, in several verses in Al-Quran, paying zakat is part of the Muslim duty of helping the benefits to survive. Paying zakat is also a way of cleaning one property from soil and blessing
Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala. Zakat is also a weapon for Islam to combat or fight injustice through Muslim society and to preserve the peace of the social economic situation. Okay, that's all from me and my team. Thank you.